In fact, it was very motivating listening to Krishna Raj, Geeta Krishna Raj. Can I, as my PPT gets loaded, can I continue what she has said? Can I take you through a little more movement? In fact, I believe the most beautiful that happened, the most beautiful event for we species that happened on this planet is that four-legged gorilla stood on two legs and walked majestically on this planet. I would say nothing can come close to the enjoyment of our body when we walk, when we run. Can I play a small little game just for 1 minute or so? This is only for the students, maybe. Delegates and speakers probably can just relax, just to see how alert, at the same time how enthused you are when it comes to see, if I say this is a game that all of you could have played. When I say, Simon says raise your hand, because today it's a challenge to raise our hand. Walking has become a pain. Getting out of the car, I mean, people climb Himalayas, but those are not other kind of people. For us, even first floor has become a challenge. A guy walks into a building, almost has a heart attack because there is no lift. All that he needs to go is to the first floor. Even when the TV is boring, we don't change the channel because it is so difficult to move our hand and lift that remote and change that remote. We find it so difficult. But nothing like enjoying your body. When I say, Simon says, raise your hand, you raise your hand. If I say, raise your hand, then don't raise your hand. The word Simon says has to come. This is a game that all of you must have played. If I say, Simon says stand up, all of you stand up. If I say sit down, you should not sit down because Simon has not said so. If I say, Simon says jog, jog in that place. Don't open the door and run off. Yeah? Let's see how alert you are. At the same time, enjoy your body. Simon says stand up. Okay, now Simon says sit down. Yeah, Simon has said, so please sit down. Okay, now so many of you are, see, even a guy who has gone through a bypass surgery in Apollo hospital will get up faster. I am addressing to young people. A 98-year-old man in an old age home would get up a little faster. You are young, isn't it? I mean, if you don't have the stamina of a young guy or a young girl, then what's the point? Okay, a little faster. Yeah? Okay, Simon says stand up. Simon says raise your hand. Simon says bring down your hand. Simon says sit down. Simon says stand up. Simon says jog. Okay, stop. Okay, all of you stop. You are supposed to jog. Okay, Simon says sit down. Okay, can I stop? Well, I'm going to take you through the facial expression. See, we are not Hanuman, right? If you go for an interview, we can't, like Hanuman can open the heart and say, hey, Shri Ram, you are there. See, this is the proof. Now, we can't be opening our heart. If we have to express our self-confidence, how can we express it? Through our facial expression. We can't be saying, my strength is, I am very confident. We can't be expressing that way. This guy goes to the girl and says, I love you. And then, why she rejected me? Facial expression is, our body speaks. In fact, both Mr. Prakash and Geeta Krishna Raj were speaking about the thoughts. Our thoughts are reflected in our facial expression. Our personality, our inner personality is reflected in our body. And if it's not conveying an image of confidence, of enthusiasm, of passion, then we'll be left behind. All of you like Shah Rukh Khan's expression, or at least Dhanush's expression, Rajinikanth's expression, isn't it? They're very expressive. But when it comes to our face, a lot of us, we are like a stone. I am very passionate about my job, but there is no expression. Today I will take you to the world of facial expression, and it's a very interesting and a beautiful world. My face masks and reveal my thought. What am I revealing? What am I hiding? Beautifully, there was a slide on split personality. A lot of us, we put a mask around us, and over a period of time, we really don't know who we really are. And our smile becomes sometimes very artificial, and our acting becomes our personality. After some time, we ourselves don't know who we are. This guy goes for a movie, he likes the movie, throughout the movie he was crying, very emotional movie. He comes out and tells his friend, he wanted to tell him how much he liked the movie, how much he wants to see the movie again. And his friend says, what a stupid movie, man, what an emotional drama. Immediately he changes his statement. Yeah, it's a stupid movie only. We put a mask, right? And over a period of time, we really don't know what we like. We really don't know what we like and what we want. My face tells the story of my life. What is my story and how do I feel about it? Maybe when you're 5-year-old or 10-year-old, it may not be true, but over a period of time, you can look at a face or a photograph and predict how happy and how successful a person will be. There are people who always carry sadness, and after some time there are certain lines that comes on your face that reflects your life. So once you are 30 and plus, you can look at the face and see how your life has been. If you're a very angry person, over a period of time, your face will tend to reflect that. An athlete, you can make out the way he walks, isn't it? An IT professional, almost like a kangaroo. Cannot be straight. Over a period of time, it reflects. A police officer, you can see the facial expression. There was a school teacher, her voice was so rude. And in my class, she was sounding so rude, and I was saying, see, this is not your class, ma'am. Is this how you speak to your husband? Is this the voice with which you speak to your kids? So over a period of time, the way we are, it reflects on our facial expression, in our voice. What occurs on the face is reflected in the rest of the self. In fact, certain muscles of the face actually seem to trigger different posture. See, you can't be and also be very happy. If your heart is sinking, you can't be having a very confident facial expression. Everything is connected. In fact, to borrow from Gita's presentation, I would say we are an integrated being. And it does reflect on that. You can see some of the beautiful statement. There was something in his eyes, don't we say? Her lip curled up sardonically, mockingly, sarcastically. Her eyes crinkled in amusement. His nostril flared menacingly. All this is a reflection of our facial expression. Now I would like, see, when I take this as a 2-day workshop or as a 1-day workshop, generally I want to read people. But that's not the focus. Maybe if you are a CIA or a police investigator, maybe you want to read people. But our aim is to connect to people and connect to ourselves. And there's a lot of emphasis on understanding ourselves through our body language. It can't lie. I would like you to smile, at the same time frown. You can smile, some of you find it difficult, some of you frown. And I would like you to ask yourself which comes to you more easily. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, just do it one more time. Both smile and frown, and then find out which comes to you more naturally. Yeah, for some of you it may be frown. Because if you keep doing something, then it becomes easy for you. And if our expressions are not in order, we can actually change it. Just take your hand and say, all of you can join with me, and say, I forgot. Okay, now take your hand and put it on your nose and say, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. Actually, the feelings are different. When you say, I forgot, maybe it's almost you feel guilty and you punish yourself. I forgot could be a surprise. So where you touch makes a lot of difference. There's a lot of difference. Have you seen this movie called, I don't know the movie, but the song is Sing is King. The movie name is Sing is King. How many of you have seen? Wow, quite a lot. In that there is this hand expression saying, see, Sing is King. Right? It's towards the heart, and I think it's Akshay Kumar. Akshay says Sing is King. Of course, this is power position when we take our hands up. If I change this expression, but I don't change the language, and I say Sing is King, Sing is King, is Sing King anymore? No, isn't it? So our body reflects. See, when I say I promise, and I promise, there's a lot of difference. So how you express yourself, where your hands goes, how your facial expression is something that I think plays more important role in communication. Success is not possible without effective communication, right? A little louder, right? And communication is fundamentally your body language. It's absolutely essential. We learn a lot of words, we understand the language, but if we are not expressing it right, everything can go wrong. I'll take you through the 7 fundamental emotions and how the facial expressions are. Sadness. See, all of us, we feel sad at one point or the other, but some of us, it's permanent. Always sad. Right from the time he gets up in the morning, he's sad, till he goes to the bed, he's sad. Only the degree of sadness varies. We say depressed person. One strong and reliable sign, I'll take you through the various expressions. In sadness, how your face, and you'll be able to actually walk around and see if you meet a sad person. One very strong sign, in fact in my 2-day workshop I go through every single muscle, there are 44 muscles, and I go through the various facial expressions based on the muscle movement. But the center of this eyebrow, the center of the eyebrows, both move up in sadness. In surprise, the entire eyebrow goes up. But in sadness, it is the center part, that pulls up. Maybe if I point it out, it is in this region that it pulls up. And it's an angled expression that you can see. It's a very clear sign. It cannot be done by an actor. Of course, there are a couple of them, but generally you cannot just fake it. Another very crucial sign would be this furrow, this line that will go beyond your lip region. The corners of the lip that you see, it will go beyond that. And some people you can see it's a permanent line. That means they have been sad for a very long duration of time. And then those lines becomes etched. Especially elderly people, you can look at the face, look at the lines, and you can see how the life has been. It's all reflected on your face. The cheeks gets raised, drooping of the upper eyelid. Generally sadness, there is lack of energy. You will not see a sad person walking very fast. You will see that the energy is very low. Generally the head is down. The shoulders are all drooping. There's not much of an energy. Of course, there are people who walk slowly. Doesn't mean that they are sad. But compared to his normal speed of walking, it slows down. Lowered lip corners and lower lip is pushed up. Of course, this is from Tsunami. See, in anger, you see a lot of energy in your hands. But if you see sadness, sometimes the hands are stretched. This is an award-winning photo for the tsunami that happened both in Chennai and Nagapattinam and Sri Lanka. And you can see the person is not looking at anybody. In anger, you look at the target whom you want to hit. But in sadness, generally the focus is not there. Maybe the person is looking down, or maybe the person is looking but not focused at any place. And look at the stretched hands. It's a very intense emotion that she is going through. You can see here, it's a beautiful inverted U. Can you see that? The lip corners are down. And you can also see for some people it quite comes very naturally for them because they have been sad for a very long period of time. In fact, if it is so in one of your cases, you need to wake up and then say, I need to change my personality. Some people, they remain in one state for a long period of time and that becomes part of their personality. You need to break that cycle, break that pattern. In this case, you can see the lower lip pushed out. Again, a sign of sadness. Of course, sometimes we can say, I don't know, by putting the lower lip out. But these are all signs of sadness. Very crucial is the angling. This is a cartoon, but still you can make out. It's a sad face, isn't it? What is the most crucial part is the eyebrows are up, angled up. So if the eyebrows is in normal position this way, it goes slightly up. And what else? What else can you see here? Yeah, the lip corners are down. This is another clear sign of sadness. Of course, eyes is something that you can easily make out. Even a normal person can make out. Inner corners of the eyebrows are raised, eyelids are loose, lip corners are pulled down. Overall, there is not much of an energy, a person who is sad. The energy level will be quite low. Can I move on to anger? Can you recognize sadness? One very crucial aspect is eyebrows goes up. And you can't really fake that. All of us, we get angry. Of course, the way we express is different. When you are angry, you shout, scream, except at home because wife is there. So that's a different story altogether. So otherwise, some people shout, some people they don't speak. But the muscles, they tighten up. There is a lot of blood flow in the hands. And you get focused. If you want to hit somebody, then you want to focus on that one person. So anger is something that all of us we feel. Basic reason why an anger comes is it wants to protect your interest. Somebody seems to be taking something away from you and you want to fight back and then assert your rights. But most of the time we get too much angry. For most of the time for not any significant reason. You can see stare. Yeah? Stare is a clear sign of anger. A person looks straight at you. And you can also see the eyebrows, actually it comes down. In sadness, if the eyebrows were going up, in anger it will actually be pulled down. You can see a frown over here. The eyebrows are pulled down. It's like a little extra protection for your eyes. And you are looking straight up to the target. There's a lot of blood flow in the hands. Your whole body is there's a lot of energy in your body. And you're ready for fight. This is in Telangana fight. And you can see the eyes, lot of energy in the hand. And overall the face is tightened. The muscles are tightened. And I've seen a lot of people, their facial muscles are tight permanently. They are angry with something or somebody permanently. And a lot of people, they believe they have to be a boss. If they are holding a high position, they have to look angry. Otherwise nobody will work. People will take me for granted. It's not so. People like J.R.D. Tata and all, you can see very beautiful facial expression and you don't have to suffer Anger is nothing but over a period of time, if you maintain this tight position, it's very harmful for you. And it's very bad for health as well. You can see this cartoon. What is the most significant thing here? The eyebrows. It's down, isn't it? And its sadness, it's exactly the opposite. Lips sometimes are very tight. If the person is not shouting, the lips become very tight. It's never relaxed. The jaws are tight. In fact, there are people who go to the dentist because they grind their teeth. Sometimes when a person is sleeping, you can hear the grinding of the teeth. And sometimes the teeth actually, it loses its stability because of the constant grinding. Lot of us, we are very tensed here. So that's something that if you carry a lot of tension here, you need to relax. You need to know that you are carrying anger. A lot of us, we are angry, we don't even know we are angry. To sum up, eyebrows are pulled down, upper lid of the eyebrows are up, lower lid is pulled up, margins of the lips rolled in, lips may be tightened. That's an angry facial expression. Very, very angry, definitely you can make out. But a subtle anger is something that you don't make out. You say something and the person gets angry. And if you know that, you can definitely deal with that person in a much better way. All of us, we get scared? No? Some of us, we are scared of dark places. Some of us, we are scared of sleeping all alone. Somebody has to be there. Of course, we are scared of going for an interview. How do we express fear? One crucial factor is both the eyebrows, they go up. It slightly goes up and it tightens. There is a tightening that happens. The lower lip is pushed horizontally. You can see the stretching of the lower lip. And you can see the white of the eye. That's a very clear sign of fear. See, all of us, we don't carry the mirror with us, right? So we see the photograph where we are smiling and we think we have a smiling face. It's not so. Our facial expression continues to change and most of us, we are not aware of it. The other person knows. And most of the people may not give you a feedback also. But I give feedback to people. Hey, why do you make your face like a Dracula? Relax. Relax your face. Yeah? This is a classic sign of what emotion? Fear. Some of us, we have this permanent eye like that. Always scared. See, the eyes become big to get as much information as possible. We would like to collect as much information as possible. Can you make that eye? How difficult it is to maintain that position. Of course, this is again during a flood. This is a real photo. And you can see the eyes and especially the tightening of the eyebrows. A clear sign of this thing. And the most clear part is the lip region is slightly stretched. The lower lip will be stretched. This is something most people cannot fake. Okay, this is a bomb blast in Baghdad. Again, the whole face is showing the fear. This is an artificial photograph in a studio, but still, you can see the white of the eye is quite clear. That's a clear sign of fear. To summarize fear, eyebrows are raised and pulled together, and the white of the eye is seen. And of course, the lower lip is stretched horizontally. It moves this way, which is only the lower lip moves that way, and it's a clear sign of fear. Are you all here? A little louder. Are you all here? Yes, okay, disgust. Would you like to join our company or attending an interview of IBM? Would you like to join our company? And you have this classical facial expression. What is disgust? When you eat a food which is 4 days old and it is stinking, this is the facial expression that you make. It basically says, I don't like, something stinks. When you walk near a garbage can which is stinking, you make this face. Again a sign of disgust. The whole upper region of the nose goes up and you can see a lot of lines on the nose. That's a sign of disgust. This is contempt and disgust. Who is she? Yeah. You can see the lines over here and also this part of the face. Contempt means a sense of superiority. I look down upon the other person. And also the wrinkles on the nose is a clear sign of disgust. Disgust is I don't like. Need not be food, it can be a person also. Again a sign of disgust. The nose crinkling and you can see the lines on the nose. You can see the lines on the nose and the whole upper lip is pulled up, straight up. It's not smile. It's a clear sign of disgust. Nose wrinkling and upper lip raised. See, my role model is Charles Darwin. Anybody has read The Origin of Species here? Excellent. A book that I consider that even if you are not a scientist, you should read it. And he is an excellent observer. Darwin observed that the mouth of the dogs are wide. How many of you got pets? Okay, excellent. Darwin observed the mouth of the dog will be like open, wide, and when they are very happy. And basically they will be jumping and barking. And this bark is not some friendly bark. Even when kids are very happy, they are very light on the feet. They just move around. For us now, walking is such a big difficult task. 1000 kg, another 1000 kg. But dogs, when they are very happy, they are very light on their feet. At the same time, when dogs are angry, they are feeling aggressive, the teeth are bare, especially the canine teeth. This is the teeth that are reflected. He observed that in certain situations, the revealing of the canine only occurs on the side of the face threatening the animal. So it shows its aggressive tendencies. And a lot of us don't realize, we also show that in day-to-day interaction. When we sneer in contempt, we raise one side of the lip, not enough to reveal the canines, but just enough to communicate our aggressive position. We also do that. You may not have observed it, maybe hereafter you can start observing it. There will be one-sided lip, one-sided smile. I've seen a movie called 7G Rainbow Colony. In that the hero always smiles one-sided only. Yeah, the other side he won't smile. But just to communicate our aggressive position and movements of rage often produce the same snarl as a dog. Can you see the difference here when they are very happy and here when they are very aggressive? What is your predominant facial expression throughout the day? Is it this way or is it this way? Yeah, most of you may not know because you don't carry a mirror. You need to check out with your close friends. Nose is also something that is very expressive. There is no organ that responds quickly to attraction and repulsion as the nose. Nose, people think that it's not very expressive, but it is quite expressive. Even infants will turn away and screw up their nose in the smell of rotten eggs. Flaring nostril. Flaring nostrils means the nose becomes wide. Muhammad Ali, if you see, his nose is very wide, takes in a lot of oxygen. And some people have pinched nose. They shrink their nose, especially when they don't like the person in front of them. And of course, wrinkled nose are all expressions that reflect an emotional reaction. These are some of the standard statements that we see. Something smells funny about her attitude. I smell money. This deal stinks. Something that originates from the nose itself. And it need not be something physical. It can be the behavior that we don't like. Whose nose is wide? Yeah, the one on the left. And if you see in the center, the nose is pinched. The whole thing is like shrinked. And sometimes when we don't like something, we can shrink our nose, or sometimes in an anger or when we are excited, our nose widens. And these are small little subtle facial expressions that we generally don't notice. Have you heard of an effect called Pinocchio effect? There is a character in an old English novel, whenever he tells a lie, the nose expands. So anybody can catch him that he is telling a lie. And from this it has come as Pinocchio effect. Dr. Allen, he says that whenever we tell a lie, our erectile tissues inside our nose, it get engorged and we tend to scratch our nose or touch our nose. And it's a sign that we are not comfortable. Maybe the person is telling a lie, especially when the person, what is your name? How many years of experience you have? 7 years. And if it's a lie, sometimes the person may bring their hand on the nose. We are told that you can tell when a person is lying from the mannerism such as nose or ear rubbing. Either the person may take his hands towards the nose, or some people they generally keep their hand on the nose all the time. But if a person is, for some specific statement, if the person is taking the hands towards the nose, it could mean the person is feeling uncomfortable or probably telling a lie. Okay. See if you can become more aware of how your nose is. The swelling, the relaxation, and see if you can feel your face. And then you will be able to, if it is tensed, you will be able to relax yourself. Contempt, one-sided smile, something that I just took you through. This is a very clear sign, you cannot miss it. George Bush is always having contempt towards everybody, just not the Iraqi people. Surprise, it's very easy to find out. The whole eyes, they light up and the mouth opens. And the mouth is relaxed, not like fear expressions. You can see how the mouth is relaxed. It's a surprise. How many of you like surprises? A surprise party or something? Yeah. How the mouth opens up. Wow. Surprise is something very easy to find out. It's the briefest emotion. It just stays for a few seconds. Nobody can be surprised for a very long period of time. And this is the last, is the joy, the happiness. Of course, sometimes it can be very ecstatic. There's a lot of energy. Beautiful facial expressions and the eyes, and especially the lines towards the eyes. Here, you can see how happy that person is. It's not the smile, but it's the eyes that gives us the indication that the person is very happy. Beautiful. Of course, this is Mukesh Ambani's wife. She seems to be so happy. I don't know whether Mukesh Ambani will be so happy for this. Jyotika, we all know how happy her face is. Even old people, when they are happy, they look so nice. These are the 7 emotions, and of course, eyes also carry our eyes sometimes can reflect fear. It can also reflect anger. The eyes also are very expressive. But if the eyes are relaxed, people like you. Can you make out the facial expression? This side? This side? Okay, the last one. I'll end with this. Can you say this expression? Sadness. The lip corners are down. This one? Fear. This one? Of course, this is surprise. This is fear. This is surprise. This one? Happiness. And this one? Disgust. This one? And this one? Excellent. Thank you.
Hello. That was session on body language and facial expressions by Mr. Manoj of ZEAL. May I now request Executive Director, Group Captain Vijay Kumar to present a memento to Mr. Manoj. Thank you, Mr. Manoj, for taking your time out.